All right, so for this next problem, we will have a word problem, and we know that we have to create a Venn diagram, and then we need to label our Venn diagram properly, okay? So let's see here. We have 500 commuters. Some of them drive to work, and then some of them take public transportation. Some of them do both, okay? So from that first sentence already, we know that there are two types of sets that we are going to be talking about. Drive and then taking public transport, and then of course there's an overlap there since it says here some do both, okay? So we know that we will be drawing two overlapping circles, okay? Right, so we will have two circles. Oops. Okay, and then let's have a different color one. Okay, so we can have red as the group with that drives, okay, and then the blue one is the one that uses public transport, okay. All right, so there are a total of 500 commuters, okay. So looking here, 200 commuters drive to work. 125 uses both types of transportation. How many commuters take public transportation? So let's get some important details from this problem, okay? We know that some people do either they drive or they use public transport, and according to this, that's a given number, okay? It said there 125 uses both. Okay, so we know that both is the overlap of the two sets, so we can put 125 here in the middle, okay? Now, what other detail is mentioned here in this problem? It says here 200, a total of 200 drive to work, okay? Now, you do not put 200 here. Nope, you do not, okay? Why? Because remember, according to the problem, 200 is everybody who drives to work. So it means this whole circle needs to have a total of 200, okay? The whole circle, the whole red circle needs to be 200. But as you can see, a little part of the circle is already labeled as 125. So what is the remaining part of the circle? So if there's a total of 200 for the whole circle, 125 of it is already mentioned. So we know that the remaining part is 75. Okay? So that's a total of 75. Got it? Now, the next question now is, the question is how many commuters take public transport? So public transport is this whole thing, okay? This whole thing. Oops, sorry, my bad. Okay. So as you can see here now, earlier we figured out that the circle, the red circle is 200. Now we know that everybody, okay, there should be a total of 500. That's a total of 500 already. So if this red circle is already 200, and if I am going to look, this is the remaining part, okay, this part, I'm gonna redraw it here, okay, this part. According to this first sentence, the whole, the union, so everything in those circles need to be 500. And so if this is already 200, this part is already 200, then it means this remaining part is going to be 300. And so 300 people are using public transportation based on our Venn diagram, okay? So that is what that is how you can use analysis and making sure that you are paying attention to those details so that you can label properly your Venn diagram, okay? So let's have, I believe there's another example. So here's something similar to that. Why don't you try this next example on your own? Go ahead. Okay, so this example follows exactly what was discussed in the previous example. So you have two groups, honors kids and officers kids. There's a total of 20 honors. So that whole circle, the red circle, is all in all 20, but then 9 of them is both honors and officers. So if the whole circle is 20 and 9 of it was already taken, so you know that the remaining part of the circle is 11, all right? But now the question is, how many officers but not honor students? So remember, your officers is the whole blue circle, okay? But 9 of them are honors. So what we are looking for is this remaining part. And as we know, there's a total of 30 kids all in all. 20 of them are already in the red circle, which means 10 more should be on that other side. And so we know that there will be 10 students are officers but not honor students, okay?